WEN 13-inch planer, got some lumber, let's mill it up. I'm Simon, this is Space Coast Woodcraft. My WEN planer, I've had this about 6 to 8 months. I've used it a good bit. I want to stress this is not a review, this is just my opinion. So if you do have any comments or questions, because I'm sure I won't go over it all, I'll be happy to answer it in the comments. I did get this because it's as about budget friendly as you can get. So I took the original little tables off and I made my own planer sled. You don't want Snipe, and this helps tremendously with Snipe. Now, one thing that I've found is a little annoying when I get down to my thinner stock, 1/2 inch to 3/8, even to 1/4, I start to get Snipe anyway. So the trick is, I was told to put it on my planer sled, which I have, and you'll see, put those thin pieces and run them through that way. And that has helped, but it hasn't taken away all of it. We'll see what happens today. So I've got the wood here that we're gonna mill up for some project. Got some cherry, got some red oak, and got some sapele. Gonna get a good look at those and see how they mill up. Let's see what happens with this, getting them straight and flat. I've got my planer sled here. We're gonna do this cherry first. We're gonna get it shimmed up. Now, what I would like to say about this sled, I've never had to hot glue any shims, no nothing. I've only had this cleat here on the front, put it up against that cleat, shim it where I want. It's always been good. So let's see if that still works for us today. Well, it's extremely windy here today in Florida, so it's making it very tough with the sawdust, just flying everywhere. These are the joys and the wonders of working outdoors. Wow, okay, look at that. And I know you can't see this very well, but just take it from me, take my word for it. I mean, this thing is flat. This is, you know, a piece of melamine. So this is flat all the way through and across. Okay, wow, that wound up working out well for me. Sometimes it doesn't always work out that well. Okay, now let's do some red oak. Okay, I've got this sapele shimmed up. Man, the wind is wicked out here today. So as you can see, I've got a 4-inch hose rigged up to a bucket. Let's see if that helps my wind situation out any better. I've got all these milled up for some projects that I'm gonna do. I'm gonna build my wife something, some party plate holders or something or another that she wants. And I've been trying to make some boxes. I've made 2 or 3. I really like the wooden hinge. I've made 1 wooden hinge, but I'm going to start doing those more. And I do that out of sapele and some soft maple. But these boards turned out really good. They turned out really flat. Haven't done this one yet. What I generally like to do, I like to get these flattened out, cut some of them down the center. The ones that I can probably do the sapele, that way it's thick enough. Split it down to the center to book match it with some boxes. And maybe the number one question that if I can answer for somebody, maybe that's why you clicked on this channel, is would I buy the WEN planer again? The answer is yes. However, I still am getting some Snipe and I don't know why. So if any of you can think of anything I can try, please let me know down in the comments. Like you've seen, I've got a planer bed that's perfectly flat that I've made, and I don't know what's going on. So it'd be a great help if somebody knows anything about the rollers with these. Is there too much pressure on the rollers at the beginning and end? Because I'm getting front and rear Snipe. Sniping me all around, man. It's driving me nuts. If you can help me, please let me know. The one thing I am looking into is getting some carbide bits for that. I don't know if the ones that come on it or not. Just know generally aftermarket blades and bits and stuff, they work better. I've seen you can purchase some on Amazon for pretty cheap. I have a jointer, a WEN 8-inch jointer on order that will take the same carbide blades. I can just buy a whole pack of them and put them in both. So I can't wait till that gets here. I think that'll make this process speed up a lot. And if I can answer any questions, just hit me up down in the comment. But this is me. This is just a guy outside with cheap tools trying to make some good looking woodworking projects. And I believe that I can prove that you can with cheap tools, cheap quality tools, I like to call it.
Earlier I mentioned to you how I could not get rid of my snipe. It was at the front and at the rear. When I was watching this video and editing it back in slow motion, this is what I found. So now I know my planer bed is off by a lot and I have to fix it.
If you like this video, I've got another one up here that I'd like you to go check out.